CJ Hicks, uh, the comparisons were made between CJ Hicks and Sonny Styles and what Sonny Styles has accomplished and the transition. And yeah, I thought that Ryan Day did a nice job of what people can relate to is to a certain extent would be, yes, running free and going after ball carriers versus being engaged immediately and having 300 pounders with your hands all over you and trying to make plays and different sorts of plays or just making an impact on a play rather than making the play itself. But I think to CJ Hicks' credit, another thing Ryan Day said was, of course, that he stuck around where you would think a guy that had that kind of recruiting prowess coming out of high school may be looking to say, you know what, I can play this position and I can do it somewhere else.
This is a guy throughout his entire recruiting he was all Buckeye. I think he was earned the moniker Captain Buckeye because he was also leading the charge in recruiting while he was committed to Ohio State. And it has been fascinating to watch him, the first 2 years really not doing much, didn't even play defense at all, didn't see defensive snaps at all as a true freshman. And then last spring, he was the number one will linebacker, but it was Sonny Styles who eventually took that job over. And then now to be one of 5 defensive ends and to want to stick around. But, I've said this before, every time we were at interviews on, post-practice interviews, we'd get into the practice facility on the on-field there, and CJ Hicks would be talking with Matt Patricia, or he's working with Larry Johnson. Like he was never just doing nothing. He was always working with a coach or other pass rushers trying to get ready for this season. And I think one of the things that helps him is he did it in high school. And what he never really did in high school was play linebacker, because even when he was a linebacker as a senior, he was rushing the passer a lot. Like he was on the edge and just getting after the quarterback or blitzing, and really it was unfair to watch. So I'm fascinated to see what happens for him this year. I think one of the interesting things in the spring game that I saw is they had him at left defensive end, which generally had him dealing with a tight end and a defensive end and maybe a chipping running back that would stay over there. So you would view him as kind of the weak side defensive end that would just rush the passer and, backside, bring a running back down. In the spring game, they just threw in everything at him, I guess, as sort of a sink or swim type of thing. And, you go deal with the tight end, go deal with the right tackle, and see how that goes for you, because it's not ever going to be easy. And they always, as Ryan Day said yesterday, they try to make practice harder than the games. And I think that's one of the things they were doing with their defensive ends this spring.
Yeah, I think CJ Hicks has got the potential to help him, obviously, there off the edge. They also, as we talked probably last week, boosted that position as well with Bo Atkinson, the defensive end from North Carolina, who's coming in. So they probably have close to a 3 deep there at defensive end, and plenty of candidates for those spots. And we'll see, what packages they decide that they want to use CJ Hicks in. Is he just a third down guy, or, is he an every down guy? I guess we'll have to wait and see what they want to do, or what kind of wrinkles that Matt Patricia has in mind for using, a guy that is still kind of waiting to fully tap into that immense potential that everybody thought that he had coming out of high school. It just hasn't clicked in for him yet. And so I guess, we'll see this fall if it finally does work out for CJ Hicks. But, nobody wants to do it more than he does. And we'll see what that looks like, I guess, this fall.
Tony has reached GOAT status, according to Robert. Very good. And again, Doreen, thank you so much for being here. There's actually talk out there, Doreen, that the Michigan contingent is going to steal you away as a fan. That's what I'm hearing from our Michigan fans, that they have pulled hard in their direction toward your emotions and brought you over with some sympathies on the Michigan side now that you've gone to the spring game up there. So we don't like hearing that. So hopefully those are just rumors and just wishes.